Just got out of a conversation and a meeting with my cousin, and he's starting up his YouTube channel. He's starting up another YouTube channel, actually. And we were just talking about different strategies, different perspective, different approaches or attacks of going through social media. And I thought that throughout that conversation, it was good to just be able to make this video and say this. Produce. Let action become the motivation and not motivation pushing you to action. If you have followed me throughout my social media time, I've been doing this for 2.5 years, I believe, maybe 3, maybe 4, I don't know. But I started off doing a video and I had an idea of what I want to do, and it was Faithful and Fresh. I had an idea and I was like, I'm gonna do cologne, and then my mind was spinning on different ideas, and I kept coming up with new ideas, and I kept researching different things so that in my mind I could fortify my social media channel. I could learn these different strategies, and then I could bring that into my content creating. Then I could implement this, and then I could make money a little quicker to help out with my expenses and things like that, because everybody wants to be viral. And and throughout that process, I'll just keep it right here. Throughout that process, there was a lot of different thoughts that I had that helped, and some that slowed me down or hurt. And some of it came through just different waves of confidence that I had. Certain days I was more confident than others. And it always comes back down to you as an individual being able to sit with the psychology, sit with the emotions that surface once the camera's on. Whose voice do you hear? What crowd do you think about? What are the things that matter to you when you're producing? Is it about money? Is it about popularity? Is it about legacy? Is it about, whatever it might be? Is it maybe a social status? Maybe it's that you actually have something that's valuable to give. Whatever the thing is, what comes up when the camera comes on? And a lot of people quit with social media because of that emotion, that psychology when it comes to producing content. And there was no difference with me. I found different things that helped my social media journey. When I talk about that, I mean equipment. There were certain mindsets, there were certain people that I watched that help. But then it's just a part where you just have to produce. All right, you just have to produce. And it sometimes sucks because some of your best content might get 10 views. And in the beginning, if you're not an ultra confident person, that affects you in a certain type of way. Because, some of us want to find our identity inside of social media. We want people to like and love us. And then after that, we'll be good. But I got you. But you got to be able to weather the storm. And for me, that's what happened. I had this part where I really wanted to do it for a pure reason. And I still want to do it for a pure reason. But then there's another part where, I did still want to have some type of aesthetic. I did want to have some type of value. I did want to be able to know that I was being impactful early. And I was. It just probably didn't show up in all the views. It didn't show up in all the subscribers. It didn't show up in all of the money. But I was making impact, and I had to reassess and say, yo, if you got a channel called Faithful Few, why is it that you need to be validated by the masses? And then I said, man, you know what? That's real. And so now at this point, I found out that just to have fun with it, it doesn't matter how I could do something better. It matters in the sense of, yeah, obviously I want to get better, but it doesn't matter when it comes to the hecklers, the spectators, the critiquers, or whatever. Because when I was talking to my cousin, I never even knew this, and I'll make another video talking about how much money I made starting off Patreon, but I made thousands of dollars, and it was only possible because I actually just produced. I made the video, I ended up talking to people and just said, hey, would you mind supporting my channel, boom, boom, with this or with that? And people said, yeah. So I don't want to be the person that just says, don't listen to people that's broke or that never did social media, but it is kind of true. And you just got to be able to come up with those videos. It doesn't matter how good or how bad you are. It really doesn't. It doesn't matter how good your phone is. I know that you want to believe that, but it doesn't matter how good your phone is. It doesn't matter how your camera is. The whole purpose is for you to produce, to start and to produce, and just keep producing, keep shooting content. All right. And at some point, people, no matter how bad it is, and I think one of the beautiful things is that me starting off cutting hair, it was an opportunity for me to see that you're going to mess up. Every outcome ain't going to be what you want to. Every result ain't going to be what you want it to be. But that's part of the process. And guess what? I got people that I cut right now that have seen me from those years, and they didn't let me cut their hair at that point. Now they will. Man, they like, hey, man, you moved out of town, you came back, man, you in your bag. Boom. What do I look like? Hating them for not? No, that's just the way that the game goes. And so, but there are certain people that have been with me from that beginning to now, and they've just been able to be happy to say that they've been with me throughout my progression. There are some people that can remember that, and then we laugh about it now. And people just love to see growth. People love to see growth. That's what makes it so beautiful about being imperfect, is that all of us are progressing. We're becoming more. And I just want to just say that, man. So just produce. Just produce. Start, produce, be consistent, have fun. And as always, stay faithful, my friends. Peace.